Hi, this is Karen from Mojo Global. Welcome to the Mojo Global Radio Show. Today we have as our guest Logan Bennett. Logan, welcome to the show.
Well, Karen, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate this.
I appreciate you for being on today. Can you tell our audience a little bit of how you could help them?
Absolutely. So I work for a firm called Box Financial Advisors. We are a comprehensive financial planning firm here in Grapevine, Texas. And something that we're really passionate about is coming alongside our clients and providing a simplified, comprehensive plan that helps accomplish their long-term goals. Now, one of the ways we do that is with our unique investment strategy. And that strategy is really not reinventing the wheel. It's looking at other university endowments that have used this model before. Something that's unique about the way that they've structured their investments is that they use stocks and bonds and cash, just like what a lot of other people use, but they go beyond that. And they use things like hedge funds and private equity and renewable energy and real estate and on and on. And so we've been able to create relationships with teams that specialize in those areas. Now, what happens when we do that is we can see a lot of the risk from a portfolio reduced because we're adding diversification. Now, something that we utilize is adding diversification across 7 or 8 different asset classes. And that's important for us in order to circle back around to that main goal of a simplified financial plan. And so if we can use the plan and fund it with these investments, that's the entire service that we want to provide to our clients.
That sounds excellent, especially with the way the world is right now. So much happening. And it's wonderful that you've been able to look at a successful model and create it for your clients. Logan, I know you have served many people, but can you give us an idea of someone that you've been able to help?
Absolutely, Karen. There's a number of people that come to mind. One in particular that I've worked with recently, and that's a family who had worked for a few different employers, had some old 401k plans, had their investment accounts scattered just all across the board, and needed to put all that together to have a good game plan for their financial life. So there's kind of 3 things that stuck out in that first meeting. One of the things is that they wanted simplicity. The other thing is that they needed a clear course of what a plan would look like. And then the third was they had peace of mind leaving the meeting. Now, what I mean by that is we wanted to come alongside and cut through all the different approaches to financial planning and say, here's a simplified approach that they can take. And I think that was really helpful from some of the software we have available to create a plan that they can see what impact do their decisions have today so that they can see what their future goals will look like. And then something that stuck out to me in that meeting with this family was when they walked out the door, they said they had more peace than when they walked in. And so if we were to boil everything down in terms of the type of counsel we want to provide, it's just that. We want people to leave knowing that they have the skill and confidence of the plan in place. They have more peace walking out the door.
How exciting is that? I'm glad that you're able to do that, Logan. I know that a little of your backstory, and I would love for you to share with our audience the passion you have for doing what you're doing today.
Absolutely. Karen, I'd be happy to share more about my why of my purpose here at Box Financial. And so when I was in college, I was really on 2 different tracks of being very involved with my major of personal financial planning and being professionally equipped to take that into a career path. And at the same time, I was on another path of being very involved in my church. And even I got to a point where I was helping lead some of the ministries in our local church in college. And so was really struggling with the differences between those two of what are going to be the next steps and whether or not I have to choose one over the other. And I was introduced to a few people after college that were really utilizing both of those same practices doing financial coaching. And so I was able to see firsthand what it was like to see a biblical approach to the practical steps of financial planning. Some of those topics that we discussed with clients early on were the biblical approach to giving and how to save and how to pay off debt and what investing looks like. And all these questions that people have that we're really able to take a biblical principle approach and give them some advice in those areas. And so I was able to blend the faith that I have into the experience and education of personal financial planning. So that's a little bit about my why and how I ended up here at Box Financial.
What a wonderful backstory. I mentioned to you earlier, I'm a former associate pastor, and I love how divinely you were inspired to help people grow their own money because it's a tool that we have. And also, I was struck by your earlier answer of helping people to feel at peace, which is so wonderful. I really appreciate that you were on the call today with me. I have a question, Logan. What is the best way for someone to reach out to you?
So there's two ways that people can get a hold of me. The first is my phone number, and my direct office line is 817-865-1815. That's 817-865-1815. Or my email address is logan.bennett@boxfinancial.com. That's logan.bennett@boxfinancial.com.
Logan, it's been a personal joy for me to have you on the show today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen, for having me.
Thank you, Logan. And to our audience, we appreciate you tremendously, and we look forward to bringing you the next Mojo Global Radio Show. Bye bye.